Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, life enhancement consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Tuesday evening here in Denver, Colorado. It is 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. We're jumping on for our daily dose of growth. Challenges designed to grow your soul and help you become a better person. So, as you know, on Tuesdays and Fridays, Karen, Namaste, brownie point for you. On Tuesdays and Fridays, we do the daily doses a little bit later, by 45-ish minutes. Tina, namaste, because I'm in class with one of the masters and getting healing and getting learning and becoming a better person and being a greater instrument of goodwill and the will to do good. Phenomenal class, blissed out of my mind, not fully grounded yet, but we'll do our very, very best to lead you through today's challenge review. Good evening, Atma Namaste, Lori. Atma Namaste, Chrissy. I already gave you double Atma Namaste. So, for those of you remembering from this morning, challenge number 36 was you set your timer to 15 minutes, you feel an unpleasant feeling, anger, sadness, depression, hopelessness, whatever, and then you be aware of your heart, practice forgiveness, be aware of your heart, practice gratitude, and you move forward. So Lori says, I did it with an angry face, a sad face, and a smiley face. And you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between higher emotions, lower emotions, higher emotions, lower emotions. You notice I raise my voice when I say higher and lower my voice when I say lower, right? So higher emotions, lower emotions, higher emotions, lower emotions, higher emotions, lower emotions. You do that for 15 minutes. And then what is your feedback from doing it? What is your feedback? Yay, Karen. What is your feedback? Yay, Tina and Elena did it. Elena is not following me on Facebook. I was trying to tag her in the video today, and her and I are not following each other on Facebook. So make sure she follows me on Facebook. So Christy says, I did it. Holy smack, that's a lot of typing. Before, when I thought of the previous foster mom getting and spending the stimulus check that was for the boys, I have it. It made me very angry, capitalized very angry. I could feel my heart rate increase and started to sweat because anger is hot. At the beginning, I could almost not forgive her. It felt like I was being crushed by a boulder. When I thought of gratitude, the feeling got a little lighter, good awareness. As I alternated, so did the heaviness. As time went on, the heaviness lessened, and by the end, I noticed I was sitting up straighter and felt lighter. After, there is still some heaviness in my crown, but I think of this situation and feel no anger. You guys get that? No anger. I still think she was wrong, but feel no anger towards myself or her. Perfect. Joanna, namaste. She doesn't have Facebook. Well, that'll do it. Jessica, namaste. Sneaking on. Good, Chrissy. That is excellent feedback from today's challenge. Again, you set the timer for 15 minutes this morning. You had 10 hours to do this challenge. You set the timer for 15 minutes on your phone. Feel a negative emotion. Then be aware of your heart. Be aware of forgiveness towards yourself, towards the person, towards the situation. Then you practice gratitude. Be aware of gratefulness towards yourself, gratefulness to the other person for the lesson learned, and grateful for the situation, right? And then you go back into it. Then you feel the negative feeling again. And then you go back to the heart, do the same process. Then you go back to the negative feeling, go back to the heart, do the same process. And you do this over and over again for 15 minutes. So I'm getting feedback from you. Angry, interesting. Wonder why we're working on anger in the group. So Lori says, angry with a hot feeling in body when I said until a few rounds, then I was calm with forgiveness and gratitude that the negative experience helped me be who I am today. That's a big life lesson. Big life lesson. So think about that. A negative experience blossom into who you are today. A wiser, more compassionate, more powerful individual. Excellent. What else? What other awareness before, during, and after the challenge? What other awareness before, during, and after the challenge? Feel free. I have my own homework and challenges right next to me. Keep going, guys. What other awareness before, during, and after did you get? And then we'll share some higher teachings. Reina, namaste. Then we'll share some higher teachings about this challenge. So Tina says, every time I felt anger and thought of situation, I turned it around by feeling grateful for the positive lessons it is teaching me. Good. Is teaching you. Excellent. Suresh, Atma Namaste. That's good awareness of what it's teaching you, right? Because it's a process of learning and growing each and every moment of our lives. It's not I've learned everything, I'm out, I'm done, right? There's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. Whoa, Jessica. Hello, hello, hello. So yes, I did it. I recalled an event that broke my heart. So mad that I nearly swore off my sister forever. And I noticed every time I started to think of the heartache, I would feel my face drop into a sad frown. Then, as I focus on forgiveness, a smile would sneak in and make me actually laugh because it was surprising how quick it went. Then I went back to the moment of my feeling of betrayal, and the sad face would come again, and forgiveness back to the smile. Soon I noticed it was harder to feel the sadness around it. Excellent. Very, very good, Jessica. Super good awareness. Suresh says it was a very interesting challenge. Didn't want to feel a bad emotion event, but did it anyways because you're a man that likes to step up and do challenges. After doing it for the first time, going back to the bad emotion the second time was very hard after forgiving and feeling grateful. Even harder the next times. After forgiving, letting go, and feeling grateful, I felt so light and happy. Amazed again to see how powerful forgiveness is. How powerful forgiveness is. Gave me a higher appreciation of forgiving, letting go, learning your lesson, being grateful. Amazing. And then Tina says, it's a process. Correct. Healing is a process. Healing is not an event. Healing is a process. Healing is not an event. Anthony Robbins says that we can make transformation like that in an instant. We can make transformation like that in an instant, but it can take 10, 15, 20 years for a person to get to that awareness, to that transformation. Because many things need to happen along a person's life path for them to have it. But the more you go all in, the more you're committed to your spiritual and personal growth and development, and you push and you push and you push, the likelihood of achieving your desire is much, much better and much, much sooner than 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Samantha, Atma Namaste. Good to have you on a live. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the shares on social media. I appreciate you and I appreciate it. What else? Any other awareness before, during, and after with today's challenge? This challenge is giving you practical experience on how to transform your life permanently. Jessica says it was amazing to actually be able to be in charge of that. Good. Excellent. She used a key word, to be in charge of that. Charge. I don't mean charge like negative or positive charge. I mean command or direct. Good, good, good. What else? Anything else that you guys want to add? Jessica says, I can't believe how amazing it felt to switch to forgiveness. Forgiveness is amazing. As Grandmaster Chogo Koksui would say, forgiveness is therapeutic. Samantha says, I like your haircut. It's nice to see you again. Thank you. Jessica says, much better place. That's nice. That's real nice. Good, good, good. What else? Anything else before we give the higher teachings? I understand better now how powerful this exercise is. Thank you. You're very welcome. Credit to Master Chola, credit to my mentor, and the people who have helped me and healed me over the years, given me awareness. Elena felt upset and anger. We did the bad situation, but when she turned it into a happy situation, she had a smile on her face each time she turned it around. Bam! Excellent. So she was what? Taking charge. She was directing, commanding. Excellent. Good, good, good. Anyone else? A lot of you have thrown it out there, mixed it up. Anyone else? Before we go into the higher practices and higher teachings. Blissed out of my mind right now. Got to go to the grocery store after this. Joanna says, I did it. That's right, you did it. It was sad going back to the time. I felt sick at first, which we were talking about in the meditation. Hold on, everyone. It was very difficult, but I did overcome this pain 5 years after it happened. During is a deep sadness and depression. I actually prayed a lot just to die. I had an out-of-body experience. A hand in the softest voice said, you can come with me now, as I seen my body laying in the bed. I said, but what about my kids? I instantly went back into my body and snapped out of the depression. Very interesting. After I forgave them and actually had family dinners and such, I felt like the weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was grateful for what took place. Very beautiful, Joanna. That's a whole other conversation, what you brought up about depression, suicidal tendencies, leaving the body, healing angels, healing ministers. That's a whole conversation separate from today's challenge, but very, very good awareness. A very good experience originally 5 years ago. Jessica says, I was reluctant before, shocked during, super grateful for this after. Amazing. Yes, amazing. Very, very good. And what's even more amazing is your internet is working properly, so you can actually follow tonight's stream. So that's amazing in and of itself. Brandy, I'm gonna say, you sneaking on here, girl. Okay, so that seems like good enough feedback. You guys, most of you all shared back and forth, little ping pong action, as Tina would say. And so I want to say that each and every one of you are now white magicians. Each and every one of you are now white magicians. What is a white magician? A white magician is somebody who manipulates matter for good reasons, for healing, for blessing, for transformation, for soul realization. It's using energy, subtle energies, manipulating matter for good. So each and every one of you took lower vibrational energies, sadness, anger, depression, fear, and you transformed it using the will aspect. Because what are we? Beings of light, beings of love, and beings of power or will. So by you going, okay, I'm willingly feeling this negative feeling, and then I'm willingly transforming it like that and transmuting it. Remember, transformation goes from higher to lower, lower to higher, right? Transmutation is from lower to higher. So you're practicing alchemy, which is what alchemy is, transforming lead into gold, lower, denser energies into higher vibrational energies, more refined energies. You are now starting to realize, wait a minute, I'm not my emotions. I'm a being of divine power and divine will, and I can choose how to feel my emotions or not feel the emotions. Yes? So next time you're caught in an experience of anger, frustration, irritability, impatience, sadness, fear, right? You can go, well, what's the opposite? Sarah, I'm going to say, what's the opposite quality I want to experience in my life? Okay. Transform it. Bring it up. Okay, I feel fear. Okay. Well, I'm choosing to feel courage. I feel sadness. I'm choosing to feel joy. I feel anger. I'm choosing to feel forgiveness and gratitude. Right? I feel overwhelmed. I'm choosing to have clarity. Yes? Is this making sense? So the skill set that you're developing is called emotional mastery. It's also a form of self-mastery. So do you understand how powerful this skill set is that you can use every moment of your life? And the cool thing is, you got to practice, right? You got to practice. You got to go, oh, wait a minute, I'm not really sad right now, right? I'm not really sad, I'm not really angry, I'm not really frustrated, but you know what? Let's practice. You go into the lower astral, you feel the not so pleasant feelings, and then you transform and transmute it into higher vibrational feelings. Whoa, you're a white magician. Suresh says, being the observer, partly. You're partly being the observer. And when I say partly being the observer, you're also willing things to happen. So you're observing, but you're also directing and guiding. If you were just observing, you wouldn't be directing or guiding your negative emotion into a positive emotion, right? Does that make sense? So it's not passively going, feeling sadness, feeling anger, feeling bitterness, feeling hopelessness, feeling whatever, right? Because the higher soul is always witnessing, but we get the choice to choose, I'm feeling this now I'm going to feel this. I'm thinking this now I'm going to think that. Make sense? Very good awareness. So Jessica says, thank you for this lesson. I needed this more than ever considering my emotional purges lately. Correct. I was scared to try and get stuck, but now I know more than just knowing. Aha, practical spirituality, everyone. That I am truly in control of this all, and I don't need to stay in a funk. I certainly will be tested more, I'm aware, but I feel better equipped now. Tina says it's daily practice. Correct. Joanna says it was an amazing challenge. It was powerful. Samantha says I need to go back and watch the challenge. I'm intrigued. Yes, definitely go back and watch the challenge and do the challenge. Christy says, yes, I can see myself using that for most of my emotions. It will be hard when dealing with the boys, going to have to practice that one. Suresh says, this is like the whiteboard technique. Correct. Jessica says, still learning how not to feel someone else's yuck. That was tiring. Jillian, namaste. Good to have you on. So very, very good awareness. Very good awareness. So again, you're going primarily in this exercise from the solar plexus, lower positive and lower negative emotions, right? Into the heart, more refined, higher emotions. The heart transforms, transmutes, softens, heals, soothes, nurtures, nourishes. Do you understand all the benefits of the heart? That's why your yucky emotions, as Jessica would say, can be transformed in the heart. But guess what? If your heart isn't very activated, if your heart's not very developed, it's going to be harder to do the transmutation and transformation of energies. But keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Carmen, namaste. Sarah said, I didn't do it, but very interesting challenge. I will do it. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah, just log into the earlier session today. Samantha says, yes, I definitely look forward to doing this challenge. So it's part will, not emotional will. Not emotional will. Not forcing it through emotional aggression. But as Suresh was saying, observing. So you're going, I'm going to go and feel this not so good feeling. Got it. So now I'm observing it. Now I'm going to experience love. Think of a happy event. Think of forgiveness. Think of gratitude. Really feel it in my heart. Transform the energy. So what you guys have become, as well as white magicians tonight, or throughout this day, you've also become actors. Because what do actors do? Actors tap into a feeling. They feel the feeling intensely, so it's portrayed correctly on the screen. And then when they say, cut, they go back to what? Their normal default emotions. Part of the challenge with some actors and actresses, method actors specifically, is that they are in that character, in that mode for so long that they start to become that. So actors have very flexible emotional bodies, right? They have to be able to swing from one emotion to the opposite emotion very, very quickly. But with that flexibility, they lose some strength, right? They lose some strength in their personalities. They're like this. They swing easily, right? So you want to be able to go into the emotion, feel it intensely, and then shift out of it very, very quickly using the will aspect. Versus, I feel like crap, I'm going to feel like crap. How many people want to feel miserable, depressed, angry, sad, fearful for days, weeks, even months at a time? I know I don't. How many people have? I know I have. Not good, right? So you either practice this regularly to become masterful of your emotional body, or you get healing regularly, you do your meditation practice regularly to purge you and purify you of those lower negative emotions that are within your system, which will make it easier to stay in the higher emotions. So Suresh didn't want to do the challenge because he didn't want to feel bad, right? Because his normal state is what? Feeling good, feeling happy, optimistic, right? Positive, positive, positive. But you also have to be able to move in the different worlds, in the different planes. Make sense? Yes? Tina says, I think I could be an actress. I bet you could be. Joanna says, this experience in my life did in fact make me a much stronger woman in so many ways, especially spiritually. Correct. Correct. So that's our challenge for today, guys. That's what I wanted to cover with you, is the higher truth is you have to be ready, willing, and able to experience negative feelings and negative emotions. It doesn't mean you're bad, right? Because if you run from things, what do? You energize it by running from it. But if you tap into it and you go, okay, this situation made me angry, this person made me angry. Okay, I feel the anger. All right, let's feel forgiveness about this person, about myself, about this situation. Okay, let me feel gratitude about myself, about this person, about this situation. You know, that was a good thing that actually happened. I learned a lot. I became a better person. That person wasn't right for me. That relationship wasn't right for me. That dynamic wasn't right for me. Okay, now I have understanding. So you're not reacting emotionally. You're responding mentally. You're responding using your will. Very, very powerful tool. Very, very powerful tool. You know, it's actually really fascinating. So there's an exercise at one of the Anthony Robbins, Nighty Night Jessica, there's an exercise at an Anthony Robbins event where you tap into not so good feelings, really, really bad feelings. You know what was fascinating for many of the pranic healers that I went with to this particular event? We had a very, very hard time tapping into those feelings. Why? Because we've done so many years of inner purification, of removing negative thoughts, negative emotions from our system, that we literally don't have it in our system to activate, right? So it's like tap into intense anger. It's like, I mean, I used to have intense anger. I'd have to think about it. What is intense anger like? What is intense sadness like? What's intense self-loathing like? I'm going to need a minute on this one. And so literally this entire hour-long practice, it was about an hour. Most of us who are pranic healers, we're not Namaste, couldn't tap into the feelings. Isn't that amazing? We couldn't tap into the feelings, the lower negative emotions, because we didn't have them. Because we're so used to vibrating, not everybody, obviously, we're so used to vibrating on the higher vibrational energies of love, of inspiration, of beauty, of peace, of stillness, of happiness, joy. We're here, so it's hard for us to drop the energy so much, but we still had to practice, right? We still had to practice. I wasn't able to stay there very long. 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years ago, like that. Feel angry, I'm already there. Feel sadness, I'm already there. Feel depressed, already there. Feel fear, already there, right? It didn't take a lot of shifting. You can't really do much shifting when you're already in the space that they're telling you to get into, right? But after years and years and years of inner work and inner purification, it made it much, much more difficult to go into the lower planes, the lower negative emotions. Is this making sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, that all rhymed. That was not. Oh, girl, I got water for you over there. All right, so for those of you who need healing, please go to ChristianRLong.com. Boop. Schedule your healing session with me directly. If you know about pranic healing, don't schedule a consultation. If you know nothing about pranic healing, schedule a consultation. And then, and for those of you who are already clients and already getting healings, schedule your next healing. We can always take you a notch up, 2 notches up, 3 notches up, okay? And that's it. So thank you very much for sharing your energies, your time, your insights, your awareness with the group. May it come back to you and your family many, 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 many times. And thank you for allowing me to serve you, to do the best that I can to help nudge your life forward. I want your testimonial when you can schedule time. Yes, Renata, I meant to get back to you. Please use my calendar because I have so many people communicating back and forth. It's hard for me to keep everyone in my brain. So it's better just use the scheduler. I'll get the notification. I'll hit the accept button. It'll be in my calendar. Done and done. My stream is acting out. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Joanna. All right, guys. Good night to you as well, and I will talk to you soon. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, Namaste. Bye-bye.